Alrighty guys, welcome back to the garage. Today, working on radiator pipes and charge air pipes for this Duramax swapped Squarebody that we're doing. So let me kind of show you where we're at. This is the passenger side. This is the hot pipe. No, this is the cold pipe that's coming off the charge air cooler, going up into the motor. I've kind of rechecked and double checked and triple checked and looked at this and looked at that and figured out that's what we need. So I'm gonna tack weld this together. I'll go throw it in there, show you what we got, and then we'll kind of mock up the driver's side pipe. The radiator pipe, the lower radiator hose, I've kind of got it, I think, pretty good. I haven't decided if I'm gonna put a bend in it. But let me get this tack welded together, show you what we need and where we're at. Here we go. All right, so the passenger side charge pipe goes in here pretty slick. Just a couple of 90s, some extra length on the straights. We don't hit the fender here or here. We've got plenty of room. It kind of sags a little. I don't have the clamps on it yet, but once we do, it should hold itself up pretty nice. Kind of sags, but that one's that. The radiator, the lower radiator hose, I've got in here. I've got a 90-degree here that necks it down from the water inlet to the pipe, and then I've got this hard line in here. We'll have to see once I get an elbow here. I think I can use this one. I'm not sure, but it comes in at a little bit of an angle right here, and I haven't decided if I'm gonna cut it and put a little bend here, but I've got this tipped up this way just to give us a little clearance over this frame. Other than that, we've got plenty of clearance on the pulley and on this cross member, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'll weld a fitting down in there in the bottom, put a drain cock in it, and then right here, once we get the fan shroud here and see where the shroud and the electric fans are, I need to weld some sort of a pipe fitting in here, because the fill tank, we've got to run this pipe here over to the surge tank, and then when we fill it, it fills into this bottom hose. So I need to weld some sort of a coupler bung or something right here to thread a pipe fitting in with a barb on it that we can put a hose on it. So that's that. The upper radiator hose should just take the factory hose. I've already kind of sized it, and we'll have to trim just a little bit off because I think this sits a little this way, but that should just go right in. So the driver's side charge pipe, we've got a 45 here, and we clear the fender nice. So the factory pressure line for this gearbox, it comes, I think this is, let's see, I gotta do some looking again. I think this is the factory pressure line coming from the gearbox. So it's pretty flexible down here, or no, this is the return, this is the pressure. So we're already clearing the pressure line real nice. This one, I've got to do some research on what all these are. I think this is the pressure from the pump, so that can be routed way out of the way. So we've got a ton of room here, other than this crappy wiring, and I'm going to call painless. We'll get a wiring harness coming one of these days. But we've got this all kind of wide open here. We'll probably put a 45 in here to get us coming in line with the drive shaft, and then we'll go up into here. So hopefully this one's not too hard to deal with, but let's keep going, and we'll get this one all figured out. So for this side, thinking that 45 there, this 45 here, kind of cut them, size them, weld them together, and I think we've got it. So let's go, we'll go cut those and tack them up, see how they fit, and I think that'll be that. So that right there looks pretty decent. So I'll go weld that up, and I think we'll have that one done. All right, so the driver's side, went ahead and welded that up, and it fits in there nice. We've got plenty of clearance for our return and pressure line on the gearbox. We've got room on the gearbox. We're not hitting the inner fender there anywhere, and we're not hitting this side either. So hot dang, that worked out pretty slick. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that charge pipe right there is pretty dang small. And you're right, compared to the factory Duramax charge air pipes, they are pretty small. But the factory Duramax, they neck down right here for the hose, but then they neck up to 3-inch diameter pipes, and then it's a 3-inch inlet and outlet of the charge air cooler. And these, the inside diameter of these is 2 1/8, but the turbo outlet right here has a thick cast iron wall, and we've got big thick cast aluminum walls here, aluminum walls on both, and it's rough cast iron. But the inside diameter of the turbo outlet is a shade over 1 7/8. So I've talked to some engineering buddies of mine. I think in a stock application, this should be plenty. And once we start hot rodding this thing and horsepowering it up, we can worry about getting bigger charge air pipes in here. But the main goal was to get this to clear, and so we necked it down right here on this 45, and we're not hitting the inner fender there or over there. So yeah, that looks pretty slick. Let me get this on here and we'll show you how that looks, and I think we're ready. All right, so I was right. This radiator, if you put this hose here and just let it relax, it sits out this way. So this radiator sits passenger side about 1 inch, and this hose has kind of a pre-made bend that goes up because the radiator sits a little lower than the engine in the donor truck. So hence, again, that's why I'm gonna go with the electric fans, because the amount of work it would take to get the mechanical fan to work, and then the fan shroud's not in the same location. But I'm pretty sure I'll have to get the fan shroud with electric fans ordered. I think I can use theirs because it should house the TCM. We should be able to mount the TCM to the electric fan. I'm hoping that's the case. And then I need to get the driver's side battery tray, whatnot, out of the donor because it has the plastic mount and everything to hold the ECM. Which, by the way, I got an email today. My ECM, TCM, and the wiring harness are all done. They've got shipping tracking information, so they are on the way back. I'm hoping to see those by the end of this week, first of next week. We'll see with the holiday week, I don't know, mid next week at the latest, hopefully. And then it should just be 4 wires to connect this thing to make it start. So we need to get a bunch of stuff done on this. Hopefully we can, I need to redo all the brakes. I might put probably do a master on all the calipers, and it needs wheel cylinders on the back. It's got a massive leak on one of those, doesn't build any brake pressure. So it needs complete wheel ends, all the brakes done. We'll probably put a master on it just for shits and giggles. The booster, I haven't decided if we're gonna do that. But we should be able to get the power steering pump on now and see how all that's gonna mount up and look. And then I can get the belt on here after that. I do need to get a nut for this. I think the only thing that retains this pulley onto the shaft here is the nut on the fan. So I have found the thread size of this. I need to get a nut ordered to keep that pulley on. But it is definitely coming. So we'll get, I think we'll be able to use the factory intake and filter over here. And I don't know if I'm going to use this battery tray and revamp the air filter to do something. We need to get the surge tank over here. I might put just one battery over there and run cables and do it all that way. I don't know, lots to think about, but I'm pretty sure we can use the factory intake. It looks like it will clear, then we don't have to build one there. And the more factory stuff you can use, whether it be the donor or the truck being swapped, the more stuff that you can use that's factory, the better in my mind. Just in case you want to go break down somewhere, you could at least have a chance at not having to be custom if you're on some road trip or something. But yeah, so the factory intake, we should be able to use that. I need to get the brakes done. But yeah, I hope if I can get the brakes done, we can at least, I might go get a driveline man and we can at least move this around. But so far it's pretty good. So follow along, we're coming along pretty good on this thing. Like I said, hopefully next week, cross your fingers, that we'll have that, all of our computers and wiring done. But yeah, follow along, hit the subscribe button, the bell, all that fancy jazz, because we're getting going on this thing. I'm hoping to have this thing running and driving by the end of the summer. So keep up with it if you want, give it a thumbs up, all that jazz. We'll see you in the next one.